Well, Russ, we've been talking to a couple of the lads, not quite the end of the first week, but have you been impressed with what you've seen?
Yeah, obviously fitness levels are good. We give all the lads a programme the month prior to the start of the season, and they've all obviously adhered to that. And you can tell they're in great nick. The new lads have come with a great enthusiasm and a desire to do well for the football club.
We were discussing with some of the lads, is it the case that generally they're fitter athletes coming back for pre-season, or is the work harder for them when they get back, or a bit of both?
I think we're honest with the lads, and we've given them a plan, and we told them what we were doing a couple of weeks before, so they weren't in for a shock first day like it used to be. Used to come back 2 stone heavier and then bang, bleep test. So they expected what was there, and they've come back in good shape, and we've just managed the programme, and we're going to stick to that.
Without necessarily mentioning names, do you normally around about this time get a couple of pleasant surprises in terms of how the lads have come back and who's looking in good shape and who's clearly been doing some good work in the off period?
Yeah, definitely. You kind of have a little chart in your head, and we have it in the office, and who's done well today, who's struggled today, who needs managing, who needs a rest, who needs a day off. So that's part and parcel of what the staff are here for, and that's the advantage of being a full-time club.
And I guess in terms of the structure of your training, it's very little work with the ball at present, isn't it?
You'd be surprised, the balls were out first day. I think you can do the physical stuff now with balls, and you've got to trust how the lads have looked after themselves in the off-season. If they've done the physical base in the last 2-3 weeks prior, then why can't we get the balls out first day? So long gone are the days you don't see a ball for a month, put it that way. So yeah, I'm pleased.
And is it also the case that you've been able to get a lot of work into the contracted lads, in so much as quite often over the last few years you start first day of training, there's 10-12 trialists out of necessity really, for a numbers sake?
Yeah, good question, because I look back to last year. I think we had 6 or 7 signed players, and had a lot of young players in, no disrespect, and a lot of trialists in. But to have 14 players of our own, with a couple on the horizon as well, is great. And why wouldn't you want it that way? It's very healthy.
A couple of the lads, without prompting, have used the phrase tight-knit already with the group, and having been and seen training, albeit at a distance, it's quite a lot of joviality, and it's in amongst hard work, so the spirit must please you.
Yeah, I'd say I was surprised, but I'm not surprised, because that's the players we brought in. We brought in not just good footballers, we brought in characters and lads who know the club, lads who I've played with, who I know of for the years, and who have been there, done it basically, whatever ages they are. So it's all part of the recruitment and what we've done, and do they fit into how I and Jimmy play, and do they fit into the club's structure?
And in terms of the next couple of weeks, when do you think you'll be looking at any potential further additions to the squad that you've got, or might we be a lot closer to the season before that happens?
Yeah, so obviously I've been straight and honest with everyone. We're looking at a couple of loans to come in, and we're looking at a couple of signings. So the phone's always on the go. We've got who we want. We prioritise them. These things take time, because we're in that period now where other clubs want them as well. So it is a bit of bartering and negotiating. But I'm confident in the next 2 weeks, things can be sorted.
And is this the kind of period as well where sometimes a name will crop up that you weren't expecting, that probably wouldn't have done so maybe a month or so ago?
Well,
so you're kind of rewarded for having held back a bit?
Definitely. Like we had a player we were really keen on, and then Messi popped up last week, so we had to ring his agent and see where we were. But I don't think he likes the West Midlands, he said. So no, but in reality, we've got our priorities, and then one pops up on the phone this afternoon, and you think, oh God, is it better? So but that's part of negotiating, and it's part of the summer and the time period we're in, really.
It must be a strong reflection, I guess, on the work you've done so far, that at the moment you could get given a dozen names, and it's going to take something special to be better than what you've got already.
I think so, and we've had some good players, but the space are already filled. I'm really happy for what we've got at the moment. Yes, we need 3 or 4 bodies in, and maybe one extra on top, but to say we are still over 5 weeks from our first game in the FA Cup on the 3rd of October, I'm more than happy.
Does that seem further away than ever now in some respects? And I'm sure the lads wish it were tomorrow, really, don't they? But not long to go now.
No, I know, not long. 5 weeks sounds a long time, but it'd be great to get the balls out and onto a pitch, a week on Saturday, and start getting a feel for a game situation, because as much as we all love training, you can't beat the games.
further to be revealed and confirmed, of course, hopefully very soon. But are you happy at least that friendlies program might be close to finalised?
Yeah, and I'm not going to confirm it because, you know, we've had about 5 confirmed in the last month, and then last minute ditches. But a lot of clubs are going through that at the moment, and we've had a couple of clubs ringing this week saying our friendly's been cancelled, can we rearrange? And you know, it's part of the summer. It's a complete different summer of how we used to. I say summer, it hasn't stopped raining since Monday.
Yeah.
But yeah, hopefully sorted. But yeah, we'll move on.